If it is or if it ain't, it's gonna come out.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration. Good morning, everyone. It is February the 22nd, 2024, and today the topic is Divide and Conquer. Yeah, man. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful Wednesday. Mine was just fine. Yeah, mine was good overall. My Wednesday incorporated a little bit of change, some little different things. One, I went to work a little bit earlier to help out with some behind the scenes tasks. I also took a little time to get some things together for last night because last night was a Madam Miraculous, the Miracle Lab day. It was very interesting because all that I had was my lab coat, and with my hair being in the style that it is, Madam Miraculous's wig ain't getting over this, right? So, um, so yeah, I, so yeah, basically, all the kids got was Madam Miraculous lab coat. I didn't have my goggles or nothing yesterday, so I felt kind of weird. But I just try to make jokes of it and just moved on. I think they enjoyed the Miracle Lab last night. I was kind of reiterating more about them taking a look at themselves, being beautifully and wonderfully made, things of that nature, and ultimately, I talked to them about their DNA, had them do some affirmations or looking at themselves in the mirror. So, yeah, man, I think it went really well. And I think they enjoyed themselves. NJ, did you enjoy yourself in the Miracle Lab last night? You can go ahead and talk. They know you're here. Okay, well, you say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your contribution to the show. But yeah, so that's how it went last night. And yeah, man, we gonna see what the Lord do. I feel not that there's like change on the horizon or something, but I don't know. It feels good. Feels good. Good feeling right now. Anywho, so let's get into this conversation about divide and conquer. That doesn't feel or sound good, right? How did I get to that this morning? Well, I listened to the prayer meditation, and everything like that. And everything was good. It pretty much had me thinking about what was the prayer meditation about this morning. I can barely remember now. Um, ah, yeah, I can't remember. I'm sorry. So those of you all that want to go to the Soul Space app and do the prayer meditation, by all means, because yeah, it was good and something good to think about. But obviously, again, I didn't engulf my mind into this whole conversation about the vision. That yeah, I don't even remember what I listened to. But I would say, just to go ahead and let you know, that the conversation about divide and conquer pretty much came from the time that I woke up this morning. I woke up at 12:51 early this morning. Um, the little crossway between last night and this morning. And the verses that popped up was, or the verse it rather, was Luke 12:51. And this is what it says, y'all. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division." So, after seeing that and seeing that pretty much every verse was sits around that, and some quotes and whatnot as well. I said, okay, well, I guess that's the focus for today. And so I kind of went deeper about that. I ended up looking into some verses, going to gotquestions.org, doing the stuff that I do. And ultimately, I just pretty much felt led to stay right there, y'all. Honestly, I didn't even really get any other verses to coincide or go with it, any other supporting verses. There's different verses and whatnot that I came across for the go deeper section. So I feel like, I guess, if you are someone that's really asking the question, Why did Jesus say that? Because that's something that we don't necessarily consider Jesus to be, right? Somebody that's causing division. Now, those that read the Bible, you guys are familiar with that verse. I'm not telling you nothing new, so you might know. But I think those that just think about Christianity and whatnot, they think about turning the other cheek. They think about, all the other verses that talk about peaceful responses, and all these different things. That when you hear this whole, I come to divide quote, you're like, is that Jesus? Now the phrase divide and conquer, I went a little deeper about that this morning, and I found out that they attribute that quote to Julius Caesar, another JC, but not our JC, okay? And apparently it's a military tactic that was created way before him, but again, they attribute it to him and things of that nature. They talk about a particular war where he fought. Um, I guess a certain country, community, the Gale. I don't know. You guys can go deeper about all of that. But from what I saw this morning in my little quick research, they were talking about that. He fought, I guess, them separately, and then that's how they were able to conquer and win and things of that nature. Um, so, I mean, honestly, the conversation isn't necessarily about conquering us per se when we think about, again, the JC in the Bible, Jesus Christ. But it is being, I guess, pretty open and honest about like what Jesus's presence does. And I think, again, any believer, y'all already know this stuff because you're probably dealing with stuff in your family, you're probably dealing with stuff with your friends and all this stuff when you become a believer. Matter of fact, in the Go Deeper section at gotquestions.org, there is an article that is centered around this. It's called "Why Did Jesus Say I Did Not Come to Bring Peace?" I hope you guys take the time to check out that article because it's pretty good, and it also kind of just refers to some people that had to actually live that. Like, for example, an ex-Muslim that literally lived these verses out. Like his family and friends, all everybody, I guess pretty much turned their back on him and everything like that when he became a believer. They had other examples in there as well. And I'm sure that is a hard, difficult thing to do, right? And to live knowing that, okay, I'm going against, my family, and now they don't want anything to do with me because I believe in Jesus. Like that's, um, again, I'm sure very difficult, but at the same time, Jesus is telling us that that's what's going to happen. And that's what it's going to be based on just him alone. I know I talked about in the way beginning of GSL, at the way beginning of doing the juice. Um, I talked about, um, I know I did a series that was called Why Jesus, but then I also did like um, the I can't even remember how to even say it now. It was like I said, these the first few days of me doing the juice. Um, I felt led to kind of talk about like why or the basic stuff, and so by going over those different things, I came to the conclusion that again, Jesus by all these ideas and religions and that, like just Jesus alone, not even talking about everything else he taught and stuff like that. Um, because again, that's what lets us know that no, all religions aren't the same, and no, they all aren't leading toward the same place and things of that nature. Outside of, I mean, we probably don't want to think this, and it might be controversial to say, um, but any religion outside of Christianity is leading to a place. But again, it's probably not what you think. But anyway, I'm gonna let that be for a second because I mean, there's only a little bit more to talk about when it comes to this. I came across this quote, and it says, "The person who places family ahead of his service for Christ is called not worthy in Scripture." Ooh, that might be Pope this morning. We don't want to hear that. That might be again a sad state of affairs, right? To think like, man, um if I put anything above Christ, that is, it pretty much makes me unworthy of him, and I guess what the gift that he gave and things of that nature. And I mean, again, I get all of this might sound like, man, who do Jesus think he is? Right? Now, according to the Bible, he's God, God in the flesh. And so who can make such claims and such, big, um, statements and whatnot, but the God, but our creator and things like that. And obviously, again, his life proves that, he is who he is, or he is who he said he is, and things of that nature. Again, we doubt, we don't, all believe that, and that's again where the division comes in, because again, what he did is for everybody, you know. But again, what we have in the free will that we have, everybody again doesn't choose to believe that and to accept the gift and things of that nature, and therefore therein lies the division. Now, what should we do as believers about that? What can we do? Well, I mean, you can choose ye this day who you're going to serve. Are you going to serve your family, right? Are you going to serve, other ideas? Are you going to, after you come to the knowledge of the truth, again, you still have to decide who you're going to serve and what you're going to do with the message of Christ. And so I hope that you're encouraged and inspired to be strong, no matter, how this divides, things in your life. Um, I hope that you find some peace in knowing that, hey, Christ said years ago that this is what's going to happen. And so since you know ahead of time, these things, I hope that it brings some type of peace, and strength and things like that. Now, again, we can go deeper. Like I said, I didn't feel led to give y'all no more verses about that. You know what I mean? So if you feel led to go deeper about this, you truly are questioning, like, well, why would he say that? And what would and there, what does this mean for me in my life and stuff like that? Then check out the go deeper section, check out those different verses and passages, and check out that article at gotquestions.org. Like I said, I hope it will encourage and inspire you. The Bible verse of today is 1 Peter 2:9-10. It says, "But you are not like that, for you are a chosen people. You are royal priests, a holy nation, God's very own possession. As a result, you can show others the goodness of God, for he called you out of the darkness into his wonderful light. Once you had no identity as a people, now you are God's people. Once you received no mercy, now you have received God's mercy." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Yes, tomorrow's Friday, so we got a new episode of the GSL Talk Show coming out. It's with a gentleman named Mr. Jay Spillers. You guys can learn more about him and his endeavors on the GSL Talk Show. You should be able to see it on godsexandlove.com, or, obviously on our YouTube channel and things like that. But yeah, man, y'all have a great, great Thursday, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Did you know that you can support us for just 99 cents a month? That's right, friends. You can support everything that we do here at GSL for just 99 cents a month. Take a look around wherever this post is. You might see a link or maybe even a button that says support. Go there, check out the options, consider supporting us, because, we enjoy bringing you all the daily inspiration as well as the weekly talk show, but we have much, much more to come. Thank you so much for the consideration. Bye-bye.